There's a chance that it looks like you're not improving because he knows your game, you know his game, while you were getting better and you don't know that you were getting better. You know, like this is very common, very, very common. Okay, guys, today I have a very short question here, but it's straight to the point, but it's a great question from Jordan. He trained from Fargo HQ Martial Arts. He's a white belt, 35 years old, and his question is very simple. So, besides competition, what's a good way to tell if you're improving in Jiu-Jitsu? Guys, very short, straight to the point, and brilliant question. And I think there are many ways to see if you're improving in Jiu-Jitsu. And I'm gonna go straight to the point here as well. In my opinion, competition, it is the best way to see if you're improving in Jiu-Jitsu because there's no doubts on it. You either lost or you won the tournament, and you find out exactly the mistakes that you do when you are competing. So I think competition, it is like the number one way. Probably like second best way, I would say, is training against people that you normally don't train with. It could be a visitor, it could be you visiting some jiu-jitsu school, things like that. Because measuring against the guy you train every single day, sometimes it's really hard because he knows your game, you know his game, and it becomes a little hard to see if you're really improving jiu-jitsu. There's a chance that it looks like you're not improving, but it's because that guy knows exactly what you do on every single position because you train with him every day. So second way I would say would be like either by training with people, either by visitors or new people in your gym, or when you go visit somewhere or whatever, or anyways, people that you don't train that often. I think this is a great way. And the third way would be like your training partners, the people that you train with. But keep that in mind, like if that guy really knows your game, it could be hard to measure, like. So for example, I'm gonna give you one experience sharing here. When I was blue belt and purple belt in Jiu-Jitsu, I used to train always with the same guys, always. And they would totally stop my game. Like they would totally stop my game to the point that I was extremely back and forth with them. But then I used to go to the big tournaments and I was doing very well and I was winning the tournaments and they were losing. So that was like, that brought a lot of clarity to my mind to make sure that I could not compare how I was doing versus them. Because they were able to stop my game, but I was winning the tournaments and they were losing. So it sounds like they were doing very good only against me because they knew my game and I had a very specific game. But if I was tracking how I was doing, if I was not competing and just training with those guys, I would be thinking that I was stagnated. But because I was competing and I was doing very well, I noticed that my jiu-jitsu was getting better. I think so that's the point of this message. Like so that's why, like, be careful trying to track how is your progress, always train with the same people. That's why I said like competition number one, number two, train with people that you don't train often. Could be a visitor, could be a new guy on your gym, could be that guy that you almost never train with, could be you visiting some gym and things like that. And then the number three, your training practitioners, your training partners and that kind of stuff. And I think like the fourth way would be by asking someone, like asking an instructor, hey, do you think I'm improving jiu-jitsu? Where do you think are my gaps? What do you think should I do? Did you see progress between like 6 months ago and now, 1 year ago and now, and things like that? So I think that's very helpful as well. But anyways, this is a great question. Not many people ask that, and people normally just go in the routine and they just keep doing and they don't rationalize that much. So I love the fact that you were trying to track. There's a quote that I love that's like, everything that's tracked can be improved. So everything that's measured can be improved. So if you're measuring how you're doing, you can improve how you're doing. If you're not measuring how you're doing, there's a chance that you get in a plateau and you stay in that plateau for much longer than you should, just because you're not measuring, like. So I think it's a really smart idea what you're doing. You're thinking about ways to measure your progress, like. So I gave you 4 ways over here, and to me, my number one way was competition because I was always competing when I was young and I was a professional athlete. Like nowadays I don't compete anymore. So what I do normally is like I use the option 2 and 3. I train with people that I normally don't train with. Sometimes when people visit or when I visit some schools and that, and I also train with the guys that I train every day, and I try to see against them how I'm doing. Like. But again, this third one, be aware of that. Be careful with that one because I don't want you getting frustrated while you are getting better and you don't know that you're getting better. You know, like this is very common, very, very common. But anyways, hope that helps you. And guys, for everyone who is watching and it's over 30 years old, I call like the Jiu-Jitsu for old guys, the Masters Division. My best-selling instructional series at BJJ Fanatics is called Jiu-Jitsu for Old Guys. I have that series about all type of subjects. So make sure to check that out at bjjfanatics.com. And I hope you guys enjoyed. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video as well. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Os. Please help me out to grow my YouTube channel. Just click subscribe. And to watch more videos, just click under see more videos. I hope you enjoyed.
BJJfanatics.com. Use the promo code YouTubeFaria to get 10% off any instructional video. Improve your jiu-jitsu faster.